It's me, Renee. I'm back. So I decided to do a little video on my reading year so far, 2019. It's September. My God, September. Where have the years gone? But anyway, that means it's halfway through the year. And I actually read a lot this year. And I thought it would be a fun way to you to see what I read this year, really. My plan for this year, because often as both of us you have plans, at least I do. I did. My plan actually had this idea to like reread all of my favorites, or I kind of felt like rereading a lot of my favorites. I did reread some, but didn't get to all of them. But like I have a lot of favorites, and there's still half a year left, so I might get to some of them. Uh, uh, I'll just use Goodreads as a help here. For my reading year, I actually my reading goal for 2019 it's 219 books. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I tried actually know someone on Goodreads who tried last year to do 2018. She gave up because it was too many. And like, yeah, 2,000 books in 1 year. 1,000 books in 1 year, I think that's pretty much impossible for anyone. That's like 100 books in 1 day or something. It will be impossible. But why don't you try it? But yeah, just one number away from the year. Cheesy, but cheesy fun. I thought, why not? And I realized, so that wouldn't really be that hard to do, really. And yeah, my goal is 219 books. I'm actually right now at 66% because I've actually read 146 of 219. So that's not that bad, really. And I suppose some of them you could claim is cheating because around 16, 17 of them are DNFs, but still there's a lot of them who aren't DNFs. And when I DNF something, I feel like if you ask me about it, I can say like I DNF'd it because blah blah blah, because bad plot, bad character didn't interest me, the plot was more boring than I thought, or something. So I can still tell you about it. So yeah, my reading year started with I actually did some rereading of Agatha Christie. I've got there. I have one Agatha Christie as an audiobook, which is the Listerdale mystery. Actually, the first Miss Marple story, and I did listen to that one around January. I might have listened to it in Easter, but I think it was in January. Well, anyway, it was this year. It's not that much when it was really. If you think too much about the details and stuff like that, you'll just get too much of a hassle really. Read books, note them on Goodreads, and just enjoy yourself. Yeah. And I also actually reread Why Didn't They Ask Evans? I'm pretty sure that was during Easter. It's actually one of my favorite Agatha Christie stories. It's really good. It's actually not part of the Hercule Poirot or the Miss Marple stories or the Tommy and Tuppence. So it's kind of like a standalone stuff. It's a very fun story. It's very intriguing mystery. You never really know, is that murder? Is that the murder? What's going on? What's going on here? There's a lot of fun characters and I love it. Why didn't they ask Evans by Agatha Christie? Check it out. This is also the year that I started actually, and I actually kind of got into like 5 of them now. But when I actually started the 500 Kingdoms series, which I've been talking about in early videos, it's a retelling. It's the retelling of fairy tales written by Masters Lucky. And I actually started with Fortune's. No, I didn't start with Fortune's Fool. I started with one of them anyway. I also actually got into. I've I think I reread The Princess Diaries. Didn't actually did the whole series. I got until book 6, and then I didn't find book 7 or 8 in the library. So it's stupid, really. And I like The Princess Diaries, but I can't say even with the reread this time, I like it, but I kind of like it less than now than I did when I was younger. And I can't really say I love it. So I won't really go so far as to buy the books just because of reread. So yeah, my reread stopped at book 6 or after book 6. Then I want to get books 7 and 8, and I see the library has 10 and 9. So hopefully I'll get to the last 4 during the last part of this year. If not, doesn't really matter. I've also reread the Ruby Red trilogy by Kirsten Gear. It was going around BookTube for 5 years ago, something like that. It was the the time travel series trilogy where there's time traveling in the family and they think it's a cousin and then it ends up being the protagonist and then shenanigans start. Yeah, I reread that one I think during like February, March, early in the year, pretty early in the year actually. And I think I reread the whole trilogy around like 1 week or something. I just like felt like, oh, I want the next one. I want the next one. I was just very into it. So I just put down one book and just put up the next one. And I just flew through them during a weekend, I think. Weekend or maybe a week. I think it was a weekend actually. It's still a very fun series. But this time rereading it, actually I don't think I reread it that much before. I might have reread one or two of the books. I don't think I reread the whole series before. And this time rereading it, I still enjoyed it very much. But I would say like if I wouldn't say anyone my age read it because it feels very much like a series for when you're 14, 13, 15. When you're 26, 27, it's more like a nostalgia read. But if you read it now, you'll probably cringe a lot and like think like, why is she doing that? Oh my god, so childish and oh my god, and you just cringe all the way through it. But nostalgia reading it, it's fun. But it just, I would say Gwendolyn sometimes behaves like a 12-year-old, even though she's 14, 15. I think she's maybe 16 at some point. So it's kind of strange, but it's enjoyable enough read. It's pretty enjoyable. And the villain in that series, oh my freaking god, he's so creepy. I might do a book talk about that series. That would be fun to do. But yeah, anyway, and I also I had a plan to reread Vampire Academy, one of my other favorite series. I got through the first book, and then just kind of got distracted by other books and just picked up other books really. So yeah, my reread of that didn't go very far. I still want to reread the rest of the series, and I have them all, so I probably will. I think probably will try to do that during the rest of the year. And other than that, I read Timeless by Alexander Monir, a book that I've been wanting to read for like 5-6 years. It's been on my radar for a long time. I thought, Renee, why not just buy it now? So I bought it, read it, hugely disappointed. So that's kind of sad, really. Reading a book you've been anticipating for a long time and just be very let down by it. Yeah, I didn't like it. It was just a mess of a book, really. And I also read actually Invictus by Ryan Grodin. Yeah, that one came out a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. Wasn't that long ago. I think I went to rant BookTube for a bit. I think I saw it a lot of book hauls. I don't think I saw it that much talks, but yeah. I had high hopes for it. It's been described as Guardians of the Galaxy for time travel fans. So I felt like, ah, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I love time travel. I love this. Yeah. I liked it, but then I kind of felt like it would be better if they put it into several books than one book. It's a standalone because suddenly I felt like the plot just went very fast along. Like I kept up with it, but I felt like probably I had needed some time to breathe really with stuff. The twist just came too fast after each other. And the end, it was the end. I didn't really love the end either. Really, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't like and I would say I love. Not the typical end of love. No, I suppose that's kind of spoiling saying what I think about the ending. But yeah, now you know that. I wasn't highly impressed with that one. I wasn't. I uh, actually also read book 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the Wells and Wong series. I started that series last year, and then I thought, you know what, that series is very fun. I'm gonna buy more of them. So I bought uh, more or less the rest of the series. That one had coming until then. I have the next one that I'm gonna read of this book 7, 8, something like that. Wells and Wong. It's a middle grade historical series, crime series. It's very fun. It's the setting changes every book more or less, and the characters are so intriguing, and it's a very fun way of writing the book. And they have, yeah, it's a great mystery. So you can never guess who it is. At least I can't. I never really guessed ending of books. So it's dumb that way. I don't know. I think that's fun to not often understand ending a book before it's there really. So yeah, that's fun. So yeah, Wells and Wong series by I can say who it's by. It's by Robin Stevens. Check it out. Really good. I think you can actually only buy it in the UK or from the UK. It wasn't that big of hits in the US. But anyway, buy it online from Book Depository because it's so good. It's really good. So yeah, I read the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth book in that series. And I read also a novel in it, the short story. So it's a really good ones. Uh, Other than that, I read. Uh, Other than that, I've read some books from. Uh, I listened to a audiobook of John Dickinson Carr. The case of the constant suicides was very good. It was a very good mystery. The love stories there was like, what? How did you happen? It was kind of out of the blue for me at least. But I really liked the characters, the setting, and the mystery. So highly recommend that one. Dr. Gideon Fell, number 13, John Dickinson Carr. Other than that, I finished the uh, To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. I read the first book last year, actually, I think. Yeah, last summer. And then I ended up picking up the second and third book this year. Picked up the second book in May or something. And the second book, I didn't like it that much. But then picked up the third book, Always and Forever Love Jean. I think it was just 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that was really good. That one I really liked. I really liked that one. I also picked up Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Actually, I normally love her books, but this book, I didn't like it that much. I felt like the plot was just kind of like Murphy Napier is saying, like the plot was promised, but it never really came. Really, it was just much more talk than plot, really. So, and I felt like the twist at the end wasn't really that twisty, and yeah. Also finished the last book in the Falconer trilogy, The Fallen Kingdom. Maybe I finished the last two. I at least finished it. I love the first book in that series, but the third and second, it's kind of like, what? That's what one. That was how the trilogy went. Yeah, I didn't really like the direction it went really. So I can't really say I liked that much. Blah, 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 blah. I read Queen of Air and Darkness during the summer. Yeah, I know, half an hour, half a month, half a year after everyone else. I didn't really feel like waiting a list because the library had a very long waiting list, and of course the bookstores were so loud. So like, I just I got it from library in June when it didn't have that big on that waiting list, and read it. And honestly, I thought it was fine, but Cassandra Clare's books, I'm getting to the point where like I like them, but I don't highly anticipate them anymore. Like I might read them sometime during the year they're out, but I'm not like I need now. I'll read it when I read really. Um, I also did a reread of Fire by Kristen Cashore. It's actually one of my favorite books. It still is. Uh, during reread, I'm like, oh, this happened and this happened. Lots of stuff I just totally forgot about. But I think it's been a lot of years since I reread it, since I read it before. So that's probably, of course, if it takes you years between reads, then you probably will forget some stuff. I've read Enchante by Gina Trulise. It's supposed to be like Six of Crows ish, and setting during French Revolution. It sounds very fun. I finished it. I didn't DNF it, but I didn't really love it. I felt like it was one of those books where like it wasn't awful. You felt like the characters were interesting, the plot was interesting, the romance was interesting, but I didn't really felt like it lived up to what could have been. It could have been so much more. If it had gone to 11, all the way up to 11, it would just be so much better really. And I think that's kind of one of the worst things when books uh, have a great potential, but they don't live up to it. It's so sad. So sad. And finally read actually Kill the Farm Boy by Kevin Hearn and Delilah Dawson. I've been anticipating ever since I heard about it really. I got it to my hands this year. I didn't really like it. I didn't even F it, but I finished it and it wasn't awful. It was fun. But I don't know. Maybe I should have been much more of a huge high fantasy lover to understand all the parodies and stuff. And I don't know. To me, it was just kind of slightly above average. It wasn't awful, but probably won't finish the series. Probably won't. Um, yeah, I read Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour, one of this year's highlights. Really, really liked it. Talked about it in another video. It's really fun, summary, F romance, and just the whole story's mysteries, and I just love it. It's so good. Highly recommended. If you want to be warmed in your heart, in your cold heart, read it. I finished the series. I think it's quite a lot of series I've been saying this year. Quite proud of that, really. Well, when you finish just a trilogy, it's not really that hard. It's just two more books. But yeah, I finished the Hero's Journey. Sorry, Heron Complex trilogy. It's a trilogy, three books by Sarah Kuhn. It's about uh, Asian Americans superheroes in a world where there's quite a lot of superheroes, which is kind of fun, really. It's kind of like it's really bright and poppy, bright, yeah, bright and colorful series. It's very like heartwarming. Like if you want something to be heartwarmed, there's still conflict, but still like, oh, is stuff going to happen? And then funny stuff happen. You kind of get giggles by reading it, and fills you up with warmth, and you feel like being hugged. And it's a very good book in a trilogy, really, in a sad, dark world. It's a very light, fun book, really, series. I comment it, I'll link it to down below. And I read the fourth book in the Stoke Holmes series. That one's really good, really good. It's just oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! All the twists, all the fun scenes, all of it was so good. That was also a fun read during this year. I've read The Guernsey Literary and Potato Pie Society. It came out a few years ago, actually 10 years ago, by Marianne Schaefer. We had a film last year. Really liked that one. It wasn't perfect, but it was a fun read. Short, fun read. And oh yeah, I read Midnights, the third book. No, the second book in the Skullduggery Pleasant spin-off, and the 11th book in like the universe. Midnights. It starts really good, and it's kind of sad in a way because at the end, the back of the book, it says what's happening in the book, like the plot. But the plot doesn't like start until almost halfway through. So you're like always, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So the summary spoiled it. It's kind of sad. And also that plot, it was good, but oh my god, I think Derek Landy just he saw the horror movies before wrote it because he's so freaking scary. Like 200 pages of just scariness. If you want something to read for October for Halloween, pick Midnight by Derek Landy. So freaking scary. After I read it, and I finished it like 12 to 1 in the afternoon, but still, I was just so shook and I was shaking and I was just so scared for the whole book. I just had to walk around and trying to get myself in a better mood and try to shake myself out of it really because it sat really on my body. It was really scary read. So yeah, read that one during the day, and then after do something very fun and light and charming. Because yeah, that's what you should do. It's unsettling book really. After that, I read two actually recently. I think it was July, August. I think it was also August actually. I read two Swedish middle grade books. Uh, ghost stories, both of them. Both ghost stories. And it's prophecies and stuff like that. Yeah, they're actually really fun. I don't think they translated to English. Sorry, guys. But really fun reads. Middle grades, but really fun, easy reads. And I also read Two Summers by Amy Friedman. I read another book for Amy Friedman like 10 years ago. It wasn't all that good, but it was good. But Two Summers, oh my god, that one's really good. It's one of those books where you have different like what if, and then one story follows what happens if you did this, and one story follows what happened if you did that. So it's a very fun two sides of the same story really. And a lot of stuff are similar, but of course not everything is. And so kind of like a what's it called? Sliding doors, like a sliding doors scenario where you have two different stories by the same person. Yeah, that one's really good. It was summary, but it's also like you think it's just gonna be summary and fun and like a bit serious, but then suddenly like what's going on? What? So prepare for a shock when you read this one. Prepare to like be a bit taken back and yeah, be a bit traumatized. Have a bit of shocker, bit of shocker. And yeah, that's more or less my reading year so far. So far, for the rest of the year, I plan to finish some of my rereadings. I want to try to finish the Vampire Academy reread. Thinking I might do Bloodlines as well. Don't think I've reread that in many years actually. I reread Vampire Academy a lot of times, but Bloodlines, not that often really. I didn't see it here on Goodreads, but I also remembered. I also actually reread the the Mediator by Meg Habit. Really good series. One of my all-time favorites. So good. So that's very fun reading that one again. Yeah, so I want to reread Vampire Academy. I want to finish more from my TBR shelf, as always. Like, I have been planning like this year to like really read it, not just buy lots of books and just forget about half of them or some of them. I want to read a lot of them. And I have like this is my TBR shelf, and this is some of my TBR shelf. So I have like maybe 50, 40. I have a lot really. So I have enough to read the rest of the year, really. I do. Um, and I also, other than that, there are some books, like I said in my anticipated videos that are coming out, like I need to read you. Other than that, I think it's just gonna read some books, go to the library, pick up books I want to read, uh, pick the books here I want to read, and then just read what I'm kind of in the mood for, really. I don't really have that many plans. But I do have plans to reach my goal, which I probably will. I only have like 50 left. Yeah, 50. So I'll probably do that. Won't be really that hard, really, I think. Yeah, yeah. That will be that. This has been me talking about 2019 in my reading year so far, and a bit about what I'm gonna be reading in the next months. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is me, Renee, out.